Good morning. It's Margaret at the University of Sewing. I was trying to make sure you guys could see the IU right up front. It's homecoming weekend at IU.
Traffic.
But if you just take a quick breeze off of the bypass and come over here, you'll miss all of it because we're not near it.
Yes.
Or if you're already here and you're looking for something to do because the game doesn't start until later.
When does the game start?
I think it's noon, but I'm not sure.
Well, we're here, and we'd love you to be here. So we are celebrating IU's homecoming, if you haven't figured out. This is Margaret at the University of Sewing. And hello, thank you for being here today.
And I got to come in and visit again.
You did. Pat's here with me. I'm not all by myself for a change. Okay, we have a giveaway for today. It is the beautiful Northcott World Journey panel and a pattern to go with it. And this is basically a trip around the world. No, we do not have these fabrics anymore, but you might. A lot of people bought these when they were here. And we do have a lot of things that could go similarly with it. And it's not a hard one to match colors. It's got some beautiful golds and greens in it. And the bubble line from Northcott, the ombres that'll go.
That would work really good with this.
There's a lot of stuff that would go with that still. Because as those of you who are probably aficionados of Northcott, you would know that it is something that they kind of do over and over again, but in different colorways. In a little bit different, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that here in just a minute. So if you would please share our video, and all you have to do is hit the share button, and then what do you do?
Well, then what we would like you to do, on the place where it says comments, we would like you to say shared. And what we will do in the next 24 hours, when it's completed, the 24 hours, we will put your name in a hat. We will draw your name. And if we draw your name, this is yours. And we will either ship it to you if you're close or far away. But if you're close, come by. We'll have your name on it and you can pick it up.
Pretty cool, huh? So nice little present for those who share. So we try to do this every week. We try to make sure that we have a giveaway, and we try to be here for every Facebook Live. If you were around last weekend, Saturdays was about 3 seconds long.
It was a little snippet.
It was a little snippet, and we didn't have much time. We had people waiting on our booth, tapping their foot, wanting to buy stuff from us. Saturday was a great day. So that's just the way it rolls sometimes.
Yes.
So Sunday we were actually able to put a little more of a video of that quilt show. Boy, those folks over in Columbus are so friendly, so nice. They were just lovely. It was not.
It was a really good show.
It was not necessarily a hugely attended show, but everybody was just like, I don't know. Columbus always makes me feel like I am so welcome. And I thank you guys for that. It's pretty fabulous.
And a lot of talented quilters.
There's a lot of talented quilters over there. Yeah, you would have loved seeing all those quilts. Okay, so we are going to show off some really cool fabric today. And we are going to start off with a quilt top that honestly gives me chills. It's so beautiful. And Pat and I are going to do our best in the shortness that we are. And we're going to kind of come out here so Dave can get as good of a view as possible. You're standing on my dear. Okay. So this is the quilt. It is a new Northcott line. And you know what? I honestly do not remember. I think it's Patriot something. Is it? Can you see it on there, Pat?
Star Spangled is the...
But isn't there a pattern line name on it?
Northcott Patriot. Yes.
Northcott Patriot. Yeah, they did this really well, guys. They did this really well. We're going to show you some of the fabrics from it. They've got the national anthem on some of this. They have got, of course, the stars and stripes. We've got our eagle. It is spectacular. And even if you some reason don't want the panel, which I can't imagine why nobody would want, I just can't even imagine. If you don't want the panel, the other stuff is just breathtaking. So if you are thinking about doing a quilt of valor, would this not like be the best quilt of valor ever? So, want to make sure that what we've got here to show you is, again, we've got the panel. The panel is 24 inches, which I would have thought it would have been bigger.
Yeah.
So we've got the 24-inch panel, and I'm going to show you in a minute a picture of the pattern that we just showed you. We're going to have 6 kits of this. So we're working on it currently, but you can go ahead and if you want this, if you want one of the kits that we're putting together, do me a favor, please, and either put something in the messages or go ahead and email me at info@universityofsewing.com. Let's show them the pattern. This pattern is not terribly difficult. There's only 4 stars that you have to piece. Everything else is just basically borders. It is so beautiful. And like I said, there's going to be 6 of those. This is another pattern we're going to do at least 1 or 2 kits if we have the fabric. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm probably going to run through a lot of the material we've got with this particular pattern called Rippling Colors. So the second one is called Parade Ground. And I will tell you what, guys, even if you didn't want to do this in red, white, and blue, I'd want this pattern just so, I mean, it's so beautiful.
It's a gorgeous pattern, yes.
Absolutely gorgeous. So you really ought to think about these really quickly because I don't think they're going to last very long. I wanted to show, I'm going to get back here so that I can show folks. This is the wide back. We have it both in a 45 and in the 108. And so the colors are really saturated. They're not grayed out. They look super beautiful. One of the things I sometimes get a little frustrated with and when I see red, white, and blue stuff is I don't feel like a lot of times they're very sharp. The patterns aren't sharp, the colors aren't sharp, and I'm just like, why are they doing that? And so this whole line, they nailed it. They just absolutely nailed it. It's so beautiful. So I want to make sure that everybody sees what's so special about it in that it's just really crisp colors. Your blues are just really sharp and pretty, and they don't put any gray tones in this. So this one down here, this has the national anthem written all over it. So that is pretty fabulous. And it's pretty subtle. So you're going to have to get up close to see it. But it's real interesting to see the lettering in that. Now, what's really interesting is we have that both in blue and red. So we've got the blues and the reds. Very, very pretty. We've got some gorgeous feathers in red, white, and blue with some lovely stars going through. Again, a really, really pretty piece. Now, that stars, let's go to the stars for a second because check out, this is a lighter blue. It's not as dark as some of the other blues here, but we have the stars in both red and blue. And again, this is a lighter blue. So very, very beautiful. We've got some eagles with the stars in the sky coming through. And this time, the stars are both in blue and red. So that's pretty fun. We have the sky with birds going all through, and I'm assuming it's all eagles. This one's pretty subtle, so it's just going to make a good background fabric. Very lovely. And then we have it in a darker blue. Same patterning as that light blue, but a darker blue. So very beautiful. This one's more your royal blue, again with the eagles all through it. We have our requisite flag fabric. A lot of flag fabric, again, I think they do this weird graying out thing sometimes. This one, the colors are sharp. They're very pretty. Doesn't look washed out at all. It is really very nice. So, you've seen the word one. This has got all of our different kind of patriotic words across it. So this would make some very nice little, I can see this in like borders and things like that. I think that can be really beautiful. And then the last two, again, they're both just slightly different. This one is an ombre that goes from red. Right here, you've got your words to the national anthem, and then it goes to blue, and there we go, red, white, and blue. You couldn't ask for it done better than that. And there's stars over it, and there's eagles on it, and there's the colors. And then if you don't want it with the words, or maybe you want it and this next one, the next one just has stars all through them. But it kind of goes in stripes of red, white, and blue. So, but the colors again, very pure, very saturated. Northcott did a super job on this. Very pleased with this line. Very, very, very pleased with this line. Okay, that was, it's almost emotional. These are really beautiful fabrics. And so we now are going to go. Now, if you got the email, hopefully you're on our email list. If you aren't on our email list, message me and I'll put you on our email list. And yes, it'll be me. I'll put you on there. Make sure you get taken care of. But remember, if you've signed up for our email list and you were not getting it for some reason, look in your spam folder. Also, like if you have Gmail, look in the promotions folder. They sometimes get in there. And what you just have to do is relabel it and ask it to go to your primary, and then you'll get it. So, all right. So to continue our theme, we have eagles. Really beautiful eagles. Now this is very Indian, American Indian looking. You've got the what are they called with the dream catcher? Dream catcher kind of looking piece in the background. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's a drum. No, quit drawing to me. I'm trying to hold it snug. So, but these are really lovely. The colors, again, very saturated, very beautiful. Now, this one is from QT Fabrics, and it is really pretty. The name of this particular panel is Eagle Dream Panel.
There we go.
Pretty
Dream
appropriate.
catcher.
Yeah, so very pretty. I know I've already got some pillows that I'm thinking about making for my sister out of that. The American Eagles are just beautiful, and the American Indian look to that is just very lovely. So we have some more kind of patriotic fabric. Now, remember how I said how saturated and how rich the Northcott line is? This group is from Bernette, and it's much more subtle. The blues have a little bit of gray going through them. They're still pretty, but it's not nearly as saturated or rich. It is very nice. American Spirit is this first one, and there is some beautiful words through this. It's very nice. And then we have some just great blue, cream, and red star fabric. And these, you know, I like them for the patriotic stuff, but there's certainly no reason that it has to only be patriotic. This would be great in a kid's quilt. It would be great anywhere where you want stars. It's very pretty. So very nice, very good. So these 4 fabrics, again, all from Benettex, I think. Yeah, they're all from Benettex. And they are in our latest arrivals. You can find all these fabrics we're showing you today in latest arrivals. And they are going to just make something fabulous for you, I know. All right. So we just recently got this. This is called Majestic. Now we have to hold it up as high as we can here so Dave can get it. And Majestic looks like you just... This is like, where do you think? Somewhere in the Rockies or somewhere in Colorado. Beautiful trees, a little lake there at the bottom, mountains in the background. Really, really pretty. It looks like it would be a nice foggy day.
I was looking for the waterfall.
Yeah, really. This is really just wonderful. And so this panel is ready for you to just start working on. This is from Windham Fabrics, and they have a whole line of things to go with this. And what I think is really wonderful about this group of fabrics is that you've got some great blenders, and we're going to start off with those. We've got a wonderful navy. And the navy just has these wonderful brush strokes over it. So again, you could use it obviously with this panel, but it certainly stands on its own very well. And then we have a nice blender out of this white from beige to a taupe color in there. Very, very cool. Kind of looks almost plastery. So very pretty. Now we have a light green. Now this color, in my opinion, is not super common. I think this is probably a difficult color to come across. It has a nice, very calming feel to it. It's got a little bit of yellow in the greens. It's very pretty. Then we have our darker green. And this darker green has some white going through it to kind of brighten it up. Then we have a great pale blue. And I will tell you that I think that the best thing about this whole line was these blenders. They're really quite pretty. And then we've got this dark black with gray on it. And this is really interesting. You know, in some ways, it's just got so much richness to it. The black is super beautiful. It's got like a purple undertone to it. Then we're going to go back to our trees. So we're going to start off with kind of almost an ombre or a striping of these trees. And this is very directional. The tops of the trees are right here. And so actually I should probably flip this for you guys. So it seems like the top of the trees are just right here. But if you kind of do a moment here and just think of it as kind of feathers, that is a visual I get from it. Think about how much you could get out of this fabric for different colors. We have the same print in a lovely blue. This has some purple in it. I think that makes the blue look even more rich. Now, this one and the next one, your Christmas stuff could be really well complemented by this. This almost has an iridescent look, even though there's nothing iridescent on it, but it's really, or pearlescent maybe is a more accurate statement.
I agree.
Very pearlescent. So, very beautiful. Now this one is kind of fun because this one actually takes the little scenes out of it. Anyone who's maybe familiar with some Asian art, They have a lot of beautiful ink washes in Asian art. And this makes me feel like that whole thing. There's some mountains, some trees. It's really beautiful. I could see this being background on something. I could see this doing a really beautiful job as a standalone item all by itself. So there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't do something like that. So beautiful pillow in your house. Wouldn't that be so pretty? You know, you could do an apron with this fabric. There's a lot of things that would really be lovely about it. Now, interestingly, go back 1 minute for that tree look that's just all over. We're going to bring that over here, and it's in greens. And this is very rich. It feels like the forest.
We're in the middle of it with this
We're
one.
middle of the forest right there. So we have this black and white kind of ink wash. We have that same print in blue and white. Again, I think this could be really pretty in a Christmas piece. And then finally, we've got it in this really beautiful lighter greens. And then the forest part of it's in darker green. Really beautiful. So there's a lot here, a wide variety of things you could do. It's very, very interesting and really different. I've not seen anything quite like it.
That green.
The green is pretty fabulous because that's something that we don't see very often is this kind of shade of green. It's very beautiful. You know what it would make really cool too? Is a camp shirt.
Yeah.
It'd be a great camp shirt. Very pretty. I know some guys who I can think of that are, you know, into the woods and they like to fish and they like to hunt and all that sort of thing. I can see, you know, one of these colors really working for them and being able to do that. So these are really quite beautiful. All right, we are going to take, and Dave, I want to take a quick step and show off the autumn table runner one more time. We talked about it yesterday, and Rachel is going to be teaching this class. It's a very simple piecing process. It's just half square triangles or rectangles and squares. There's nothing difficult about this. It is going to look gorgeous on your table. This is on October 28th. It's next Saturday. That is going to be from 10:30 to 2. You are going to go home with a completed top, unless you're just pokey. If you're pokey, I can't help that. But you probably will. The class is going to include the pattern and the fabric kit.
Oh.
Can't beat that. It's wonderful. You're going to get your fabric kit. You're going to get your pattern. Everything's included so that you can get ready to start sewing. This is called the Autumn Table Runner. Go to universityofsewing.com and you will find the information right there and you can sign up. We have got a couple of people already signed up for this. Make sure you get in before the class closes. Then we've got a bunch more things coming up. On the 29th of October, Whitney Luckenbill from Tomcat Stitchery is going to be here again. Are you looking for sewing some simple gifts? All you need to do to get signed up for Whitney's event, which is on Sunday, October 29th from 1 to 4 p.m., all you have to do is go to tomcatstitchery.com and you can sign up right there. We have the link on our events page. We also have it in our calendar too. So you should be able to find all of this. But you will really want to be part of this particular event. It is going to show you some really fun things to sew simple gifts for people. We brought in some really cute patterns to kind of, you know, supplement what we're talking about there, and we are looking forward to being able to go ahead and do that for you. I want to make sure we talk one more time about this pattern before we get going here. And we are going to let you know we only have 2 more of these left. It is a super cute table runner. It has fusible bats that are already cut out, and all you have to do is go ahead and apply them to the fabric. Go ahead and sew them on with a satin stitch, and you have a finished table runner set up and perfectly ready for you to do your Halloween shopping. So everybody needs a Halloween table runner, I think. And you know what? They show it as a scarf for a mantle, but you could also even hang it. It would be a cute little hanging too. So I want to make sure people know about that. Why don't you tell them again?
Well, I wanted to remind them where they're at the game today. If there's really nothing going on, they need to come here before the game. We have this wonderful football. It's not for sale. But we have the fabrics for IU. Now, if you don't want to fight with the traffic as you leave, come on in. We might still be, we close at 5. So come on in, sit back, relax, shop a little bit, and enjoy our hospitality. But most of all, while you're here on Facebook, I want you to click the share button in the comment, write shared, and we will put this back for you if you win this. You can come in, we'll call and let you know that you've won it. This journey, it's a wonderful, I did this one, it's really neat. So remember, we don't have these colors, but a lot of our ombres will work for this, and our bubbles will work really good with this. Have a great day.
Okay, everybody. So we're getting ready to open. If you haven't been hearing, the door's been going. So we managed to go right by the door right before 10 o'clock, and we should have known better. So don't forget, we are doing the 3-yard Christmas class 2 here. So that's going to be available for you. That's being done in November. We're going to do the t-shirt quilt class. We are going to be doing that. We're also making a t-shirt.
Yes, the t-shirt class.
On Tuesday. That class is Wednesday.
It's a t-shirt, yeah.
Making a t-shirt or a tunic top in that class on Wednesday. So if you're available for Wednesday, you should sign up for that class. And you can learn how to use your serger. If you don't have a serger and you want to learn how to use a serger, we're doing a class on that too. And I believe that class is on Monday. Do you have a serger and is sitting in your closet? The people that we know that have sergers sitting in their closet.
Mine's just in a box.
Yeah, well, you need to get it out of the box and come to our class on Monday. It's at 12:30, and it's only a 2-hour-long class, and learn to use your serger. So it doesn't matter what brand it is. We will let other brands in the building, I promise. We're not going to be mad at you if you bring a different machine in. That's what this class is for. Go ahead and bring whatever serger you have. Now, if you want to come and you have a Bernina or Bernette serger, come. That's fine. So please just don't let it sit there. You're missing out. You're not going to be able to make that wonderful t-shirt quilt. You're not going to be able to make a cute t-shirt or a tunic top. You want to be able to do all those things. You want to be able to make something out of knit or hem it, or be able to go ahead and take it in if you want. Whatever it is you want to do, you need to learn how to use your serger. They're just wonderful pieces of equipment. And if you've got it sitting in a box, how much of a shame is that? So if you haven't done it yet, go on to universityofsewing.com, go to the class schedule, and sign up for the serger class. So that one is at 12:30 in the morning on, well, I guess that's really the afternoon, 12:30 in the afternoon on Monday. Then we have on Wednesday a knit t-shirt class. Take that class and then come to the t-shirt class. How cool would that be?
That would be around. You get to instruct yourself, find instructions, and then you get to use it and make something.
Exactly. And don't you want to make something with it? Okay, everybody. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you one more time on Saturday morning. We are going to be back next Friday for Facebook Live. And in the meantime, I hope that you have a fantastic homecoming weekend and that you will join us if it's possible. If not, go online, order some stuff. We can be with you that way too.
Yeah.
So everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next Friday for Facebook Live.